Practical faithlessness. I got something for you to ponder. Are you part of the solution or are you a part of the problem? Guys, but it's another day to glorify His name. It's another day to honor Jesus Christ and spread the word and just be a blessing to others because God blesses us so richly. Guys, again, coming back to the question, are you part of the problem or are you part of the solution? Now I want to focus on, and I've been speaking about Abram a bit, but I want to focus on his son, Ishmael. You know what? He was born under dubious circumstances, let's be honest. That shouldn't have happened. We know that. But that we cannot choose. There are some things in life that just happen. We don't have a choice. I mean, I don't have a choice of the color of my skin, of if I'm a male or a female, or what color my hair is, or how tall I am, or how short I am, or, you know what? There are some stuff we just don't have a choice in. It happens. That's God's design. God designed that purposely for a reason. But there are other things we can control. I know my messages lately over Abraham have been about choices. But then again, guys, what choices are we going to make? Because it's so prominent here in Genesis from chapter 14 onwards is the choices we are making. What choices? That's what made Abram so great. He made many right choices, but he also made one or two wrong choices. You know what? If we can go on the same path, make a lot of right choices, we will obviously make one or two wrong choices. I mean, that's just part of being human. That's part of life at times. But submitting to the Lord, you know what? I think we're going to make a lot more right choices than what we're going to make wrong choices. And at times is how we're going to behave, how we're going to act. Because you know what? It's through our actions that people see if we actually love them or not. It's through our actions that people, you know what? There's this famous saying, show me your friends and I'll tell you exactly who you are. Guys, and that is just so true. You see, we see Ishmael here. I mean, we see Isaac gets born, he gets weaned off, and all of a sudden there's a special celebration, and all of a sudden he goes mocking his brother. And we know that Sarah doesn't like Hagar already. She doesn't like Ishmael because it's not her son, and there was tensions there before. You know what? 10-1, he did it ignorantly. At times, kids will be kids. At times, maturity comes in, and I don't think he was mature at the time. But the actions led to a great, great consequence. I mean, the NIV says here in verse 10, and she said to Abram, get rid of that slave woman and her son. Get rid of them because of the actions that Ishmael done. Now, you know what? You can't blame Hagar. Yeah, I think she's just been, in a way, a mother, a role model of a mother. You know what? She's done what's required to her. She wanted to leave. She came back after Sarah was so ugly to her and chased away, not for the first time, now for the second time. And we see that God tells Abram, you know what? Tell her to go. I will look after Hagar and Ishmael. I've got another plan and destiny for them. You see, if he hadn't done that, the situation would have panned out very differently. Let's be honest, God's plan is always going to triumph. You know, it's part of his plan. But the decision that was made that day is, what is our actions? How do we act to certain situations? Are we going to make the situation worse? Which, even though at times, you know how many times, and I think we've all noticed this, that sometimes we make a joke mocking someone. You know, sometimes it feels like something stupid, but it can cause a big fuss. Now, I know the word also says, you know what, rather let's build each other, let's encourage each other. Corinthians, Paul writes in the Corinthians, let our words build each other up instead of breaking down and mocking. And you know, yes, it's for a laugh and it doesn't do harm. Yes, it doesn't do harm for you if you're mocking them. But what harm can it do to those people on the receiving end? And that's something we've got to think about, guys. What actions are we doing? Is our words, is it salty? Is it sweet? Does it build up other people? Because we see that words here played a massive impact on their future. Words here got them chased away from Abram. I mean, from a life, and they lived a very different life. Yes, they were looked after. God will always look after his people. Let's be honest there. But I think at times we can make our lives a lot more easier if we just do what's right. And instead of trying to break down just for a little laugh or to make ourselves look good, let's rather build each other up. Let's stand there and build each other up with words, and we will see a very different path that our lives will take. and we'll draw people closer to us instead of pushing them away, as we see in this example. Blessings, guys.